today's video, I wanted to share with you a super simple, delicious recipe for potato latkes that I learned from my mom, and I thought it would be the perfect time to share it now as Hanukkah is only 2 weeks away, and I want you to try this recipe during your Hanukkah dinner parties. And I actually also have another recipe for untraditional latkes with different flavors that will be coming on Monday. So make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that recipe. So without further ado, let's get into the video. To prepare the latkes, start off by peeling one large potato, chopping it into large chunks, and steaming it until softened. Meanwhile, finely chop one onion either in a Pulse food processor or by hand and sauté it by adding a vegetable broth or water to the pan and cook it until it becomes translucent. Add water or vegetable broth as needed to deglaze the pan. Once the potato is soft, mash the potatoes in a large bowl and mix into it 1 tablespoon of salt, 1/2 tablespoon of pepper, and the onion that you have sautéed. Also, optionally, you can add 1 tablespoon of oil of your choice, but I chose not to add any oil. Then peel the other 4 medium to large potatoes, chop them into large chunks, and grate the potatoes either by hand or in a food processor using the largest holes of the grater. Add the grated potatoes to the bowl. I use the food processor that my grandma has had for the past 40 years, so the potatoes were directly grated into the bowl. Once it's all in the bowl, mix everything together well until all the grated potatoes are covered with mashed potatoes in order for them to really be able to stick together and make the latkes. This might take about 2 to 3 minutes of mixing. Line a pan with a baking sheet or silicone mat and lightly grease it with oil. This is an optional step but very recommended one as it does add traditional flavor to the latkes. And then it is time to form the latkes by taking a small part of the mixture, either with a spoon or I normally like using a small ice cream scooper, but as I am cooking this at my grandma's, I don't have my normal utensils, so I ended up just using a spoon and that worked just as well. Then you will be forming that mixture into a bowl and squishing it down onto the pan. Then lightly add some oil on top of the latkes by using a brush, and I really like it as it adds crispiness, but again, this is not a mandatory step. And then pop it in the preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 35 minutes. Take them out and then carefully turn them over and bake them for another 10 minutes. It is as simple as that, and I love having them with a cashew sauce dip, which I will be leaving the recipe up here as well as in the description below. And that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a like. If this was your first time in the Living Life Simply channel, make sure to subscribe so you can join the community. And I will see you all on Monday with my untraditional latkes recipe. Bye!